Let's speak plainly, because this is not the time to be soft about truth. God has always warned his people about deception, corruption, lies, and the slow drift of souls who choose darkness over light. This isn't new. It's been written, spoken, and revealed from the beginning, and yet so many still ignore it. Scripture makes it clear that deception will increase, not just a little, but deeply, dangerously, in ways that look convincing. There's a warning that in the last days, many will be misled because they refuse to love truth. Think about that for a second. It's not just that deception exists, it's that people willingly accept it. They choose comfort over correction, lies over truth, and that choice has consequences. There's also a strong warning about false teachers and corrupt leaders. People who speak smooth words, who sound good, who look the part, but inside they are empty and misleading. They don't guide people to God, they guide people to themselves, to control, to confusion. The Bible talks about those who twist truth for their own gain, who exploit others with clever speech. That's not just history, that's happening right now. And then there's the matter of the heart. God doesn't just warn about what's outside, he warns about what's within us. The human heart, if left unchecked, can become hardened. It can justify lies, normalize sin, and slowly drift away from what is right. There are verses that explain how people begin to call evil good and good evil. That's not just poetic language, that's a real condition of a society that has lost its moral direction. We also see warnings about those who fall away. People who once knew truth but turned their backs on it. It's written that some will depart from faith, giving attention to deceitful spirits and teachings that sound spiritual but are rooted in lies. That's heavy. That means not everything that looks holy is from God. And yes, the Bible speaks clearly about souls being lost, not in a vague way, but directly. There is a path that leads to life, and there is a path that leads to destruction. Many choose the wide path because it's easier, because it requires less discipline, less truth, less accountability. But easy doesn't mean right. Comfortable doesn't mean safe. Now let's talk about the mark of the beast, because this is something people either ignore or misunderstand. Scripture describes a time when a system will be in place that controls buying and selling. People will be required to receive a mark in order to participate in society. This mark is not just physical, it represents allegiance. It's about who you serve, who you follow, and what you're willing to compromise. There is a clear warning tied to this. Those who accept the mark are aligning themselves with a system that opposes God. That's not fear talk, that's written as a serious, final decision. It's about loyalty, it's about identity. And it's about whether someone is willing to stand firm or give in for convenience, survival, or acceptance. And here's the truth many don't want to hear. Deception won't always look evil. It will look appealing. It will feel right. It will sound intelligent, progressive, even loving. But if it pulls you away from God's truth, it's still deception. God calls for discernment, not blind belief, not emotional reactions, but spiritual awareness, testing what you hear, paying attention, staying rooted in truth, not trends, because the more confusion grows, the more clarity matters. This isn't about fear, it's about awareness. It's about waking up and understanding that the battle is real and it's not always obvious. Lies don't always shout, they whisper. Corruption doesn't always destroy instantly, it erodes slowly. And deception doesn't force itself, it invites. But God also gives strength. He doesn't just warn, he equips. Those who seek truth, who stay grounded, who refuse to compromise are not left defenseless. There is protection in truth, there is power in faith, and there is clarity for those who truly want to see. So stay alert, stay grounded, stay honest with yourself, because the line between truth and deception is not always loud, but it is always there. Please feel free to follow, subscribe, comment, like, and share. This helps you to stay connected to me, and it helps me to remain here creating more content for you. Thank you, love always, Maria DC Santiago.